We're back again with Chef Michael Gabriel and Knife Cuts. We're at the Culinary Institute Lenotre, and we're working on the germ, onion, shallot. So, onion, shallot, same families. You're going to remove both of your ends and your tops, okay? They have an outer skin that needs to be removed. It is inedible. You want to cut off your tip and then as well as your bottom, okay? Now, we're going to small dice and we're going to mince the shallot, okay? We're gonna cut that in half. This is going to allow us to get the skin off of the onion, okay? Our scraps go in the trash. These peelings can be used for stock. Everything is usable in the kitchen, okay? And we're going to do the same thing with the shallot, okay? The shallot, I'm going to expose the top, take off the bottom, open it up, cut down the middle. That's going to expose the skin. There you go. Allowing you to peel off that beautiful light purple color when it comes to the shallot. Shallots are nice and sweet, and super versatile. You can use them in pretty much any dish you like. They can be eaten raw or cooked, as well as the onion. And we're gonna start with the onion. Now, this is not considered a form of cross-contamination because they are, again, the same family. It's a vegetable, and we're gonna go with that. So you see your lines on the onions. They have the lines the same way when you're segmenting the orange. They'll have lines to show you. So I'll show you a julienne cut just from this side, and then I'll show you a different cut on the other onion, okay? So if you follow the lines the entire way, you see how my knife goes. My knife doesn't do this the whole time because the lines don't do this. The lines do this, they curve. So you have to follow using the claw method, tucking the fingers because you want to be safe. You're going to start at the angle that the lines come in at, okay? So that angle is there. You're going to cut that, okay? You're going to keep cutting, following those lines, following those lines. Now you see, I'm left with beautiful julienne onion, okay? If I follow the lines. Show you multiple different cuts, okay? Now, those same thing, the same exact thing. Now, when you get to this part, I don't like to cut away from myself, okay? So what I'll do instead is, instead of laying it on this side that's flat, I'm going to turn the onion this way so that I can continue to keep my posture and keep the safety for my fingers and my blade so that it can continue to do exactly that all the way until I'm left with all of my julienne cuts, okay? So this is how I use julienne and onion from a whole half, okay? I'll show you one more way to julienne and onion really quickly. Now this is if you peeled layer by layer, okay? I don't want to take too much off because I'm going to show you a different way to cut it. Okay, so now that layer's off. Now I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just gonna cut straight down. Keeping the claw. Still get julienne. So it's all up to you on which method you decide to take. One at a time, do the whole onion itself, or individually creating your layers, okay? So again, there's your julienne. Very nice, very easy. Come learn how to get knife cuts, how to learn knife cuts from the CIL and the instructors here, okay? Notice here, now I'm going to do a dice, okay? It's gonna be a small dice. I'm gonna still follow the lines, but now in this case, when I cut this way, I'm not gonna go all the way through the onion. Now I'm just going to cut around the onion all the way and turn the onion with the same lines. I still cut it all the way, but I did not cut through the onion, okay? It's just exposing the entire flesh and the segments of the onion, okay? Once I do that, I'm going to take the onion now from this way, from long ways, and turn it horizontally. And I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm gonna go straight. Now, what that's gonna do is that's going to give us our dice, okay? And this is what you get here. That's how you dice the onion versus julienne the onion, okay? Those are your two ways to knock out the cebolla. Okay, we're going to scrape our onion pieces here. Most have trouble when it comes down to the end of getting the entire onion diced. Okay, the same method. You're going to do the same exact thing. You cut through, you're gonna lay it flat. Whoa, that came apart. And we're just gonna turn it and do the same exact thing. Now, because these are not as uniformed as our first one, we're just gonna rough chop. This is a rough chop, okay? This is for dishes that don't need to have the precision. This is just for flavor. This is for mouthfeel. So if you don't want a big onion, you want a small onion. If you're doing this for a filling, if you're stuffing something, this is great for stuffing. You can mince all the way down to as small or as little as you like, okay? This is also a knife cut. So you have one, you have diced, your small dice, and you have your julienne, okay? So it shows you the difference in the two. In the three, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's there. Now I'm gonna show you the shallot. Okay, now with the shallot, we're going to do a very small, fine dice. In this case, I want to cut through the shallot long ways, the same way as the lines go, but I'm gonna hold the shallot up, exposing the side of it, cutting the sizes that I want, and that's gonna keep the shallot whole. Keep the shallot whole, and that's going to expose the segments inside of the shallot. Okay, it's just a small onion basically. And now I'm going to turn it long ways and do the same exact thing. Okay, don't cut through the onion. This keeps everything intact. Okay, now I like to hit the knife against the steel. Wipe off the shards. And then the same thing, a rocking motion. And you see this? You have minced shallot. Everything there. It's all minced. All minced. Every now and then you'll get some long strings. You just pull those out, give them a rough chop. Again, if it's not uniformed, keep it aside for something else. These pieces can be used for stocks or sauces, or you can mince them down, okay? The same thing with the onion. I'm going to knock it out, and you'll see that they have little pieces inside the onion. You can do rounds, you can cut very thin. Just rocking motion all the way down, all the way down. Make sure you tuck those fingers, and then you're left with very fine sliced shallots that could be used for garnish. You can fry the shallots. You can use it as a topper for salads, for fish, chicken, beef, pork, lamb. Doesn't really matter, but the shallot will complement the dish. Okay, so shallots sliced, shallots minced, onions minced, onions small dice, onion julienne. Okay, and I'm trying not to cry right now because I'm touched by the food. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that I'm doing this right now. Okay. Now you go and cry, okay? Enjoy yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.